What's up guys, this is Gerard talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, let's talk about a new event called Super Festival Training Dojo. This event here is made so that you can actually train skill ranks or spell ranks, but you can also just use it for status farming. We'll be discussing both strategies here on today's video. And here, this time, we're not getting gems by clearing the stages. Well, because you don't actually need to clear all the stages if you don't have characters that work well on them. So you can just go straight to the exchange shop and get your 1000 jewels. That will be exactly what you will get just by clearing each stage once. There are plenty of good stuff here, especially this skill or spell rank booster. That's something pretty rare to find in the game if you have new characters, especially if you are training Artur, because he needs to be trained on manual. It's very good to use this when training the guy. And there's promotion scrolls and lots of different stuff, especially platinum pickaxes that you can get under Master Stone. If you're a new player, this is going to help you a lot, like equipment battles. Now, back to the stages, we have stages that start with 20 BP and stages that are normal. Stages that start with 20 BP have only one enemy, so it's better to use your strongest attacks, but also single target rotations. That will be much better. And, well, if you want to train skills, you should place your characters that will train in either Godspeed formation or in the front line of a Magia fight formation. That's right. You can place the character that wants to be trained on Godspeed and unequip it so that it doesn't kill the enemies, and then you finish with two other units either being on top or bottom. Or, like I said, you can use the Magia fight formation, and here you place your damage dealer in the back row. It will not work if your damage dealer is a fast attacker, because then it will always go fast, even if you are using the Magia fight formation. So try to bring characters that are using the right setups here, so that it can be used for training or for just status farming. Now, the other good things about this event is that everyone in the game is getting 3 times gains. Here you can check all styles. And also it's pretty fast to grind here, even faster than Conquest, and right now it's the same HP cap for status farming as current Conquest. But I suggest you to just farm here after we finish Conquest, since we're gonna get 10,000 gems there, and there are plenty of people still waiting for gems to pity their characters, like myself. Okay, let's start with this /single stage. Here you can actually bring this version of Artur. Well, he has a single target rotation that's actually pretty strong. You can use the newest Artur if you want as well, just by inheriting Infinity Sword. And he will solo farm because he has a chains attack with 8 power. This also works for the newest version of Asulus, but you have to choose the Pierce weak stage. The best way to do this is to bring the Godspeed stance formation with the various weapon. It should be more than enough. Let's see how much damage this guy does. Good thing is that since this is a fast formation, no one's gonna interfere. But right now I'm getting, well, close to 350,000. They have more than 300,000, that's what I know. I don't know exactly how much they have though. But the second enemy seems to have a little higher endurance, but not enough to break this strategy. Now let's move to this /row stage. Here you can actually bring the latest Gerard. That's right, he actually works pretty well if you just use his normal cycle with Cosmo, what again? Cosmo Burst. And he can use this 2 times, just equip him with the Riveris weapon and he will do enough damage. So my Gerard has only 1 promotion, but his STR should be close to max, and he's doing 230,000 on average. That's more than enough to kill these enemies. I suspect they have a little more than 180,000, but, well, he's strong enough and fast to be used on the Godspeed stance formation. Another character that will work here is Albert, latest style. That's right, he can use left fork as many times as he wants because there's 2 targets, and he will switch between them and kill get PP back to keep running. Again, just using Riveris weapon, don't need the Remembrance weapon. Well, my Albert has only 1 promotion, his STR should be close to cap, and he needs 3 hits to kill the first enemy and 2 hits to kill the second. That means that with 190,000 I was killing them, hence why I said that he should probably have 180,000 or something. But that should be doable for most player accounts. That's right. The next stage I will be running Blunt, single target. Here we actually can bring the 3rd version of Leon, that's right, with the Remembrance gun. and just use his normal cycle. Acrobatic race will be strong enough to kill these enemies with 3 hits. The same formation, Godspeed stance EX. Let's see if he needs to fire all 3 bullets, but I do believe yes. Acrobatic race will do 246,000. No, just 1 extra bullet. 350,000 was more than enough. That means that he does not need the Remembrance weapon. If you craft one with good passives, it will be strong. Let's see against the second enemy. Needed to do this 3rd hit, but probably very close to already having enough. The next character would be UniverSe, but can also be Global X version. This one is better because the enemies are actually weak to cold and lightning. So she goes first with Blunt, and then she follows up with those 2 elements. I think this Silver can also be used for the Slash single target stage with her Vandalize plus attack, but Silver is just working well here. And she needs to use the Dragon Stance EX formation instead of the Godspeed stance, because that one only increases STR, and I want agility as well, so either Dragon Stance EX or Hurricane formation. And that's okay, let's start. How much? 194k. Her chase attack doing 85. Well, she actually did 380,000. That's pretty good damage. The second enemy, let's see. Seems to have higher endurance, but has even higher weakness to lightning. Well, easily to do if you have this character. Now I'll be moving to the bottom and choose this Spell Road stage. That's why I can bring here Merlot-Syrah. This is a very strong character many people will have access to, even have a dedicated weapon guy bulk. And just leave as it is with Chain Lightning, you're gonna easily kill these enemies, and especially if you're using the Godspeed stance formation. Well, these enemies don't seem to have more than 200,000 or something, so we get much more than that. Here is also when we see the difference between Merlot-Syrah and Galahad. But it's still overkill. Yep. Even untrained Merlot-Syrahs will do this. The other character that works is Galahad. And, well, I'm using the Ice Cream Sword. I know this is weaker than the new weapons, but we don't have a great sword version for it. So I will not be using the Remembrance, since I believe most people can only use Ice Cream Sword with Ice Wind on 7 and Ice Crush on 12. If you want to use Galahad and still train skills, just remember that he can actually change his cycle and use this other skill here that is called Frost Rush. Just leave it on 7 and he will not be a fast attacker anymore, placing it back off a Magia Fight formation. And that will work for Merlot-Syrah as well if you want to do the same. Okay, so Merlot-Syrah did around 285,000, right? Let's see. That's much less than Merlot-Syrah. And Galahad was the king of farming. That showcases how absurd Merlot-Syrah is, and not exactly that Galahad is weak. One of the new units that we can also bring here is Esper, and just leave Dark Burn on 13, Lost Flare on 8. Well, you have to craft a weapon. We can craft either Fire weapon with weak 33% or with SaGa all. It will work as well. So I think she needs at least 90% in order to solo this. It's also worth to say that much like Esper, Gerard also works here, but he is Slash and Sun, so his damage can be used just for Elemental as well. I think his animation is a little faster than Esper, but maybe you just have one of them. Bring the one you have. And if you want to train, place them in the back row of a Magia Fight formation. Now let's move to the spell single stage. Here you start with 20 BP and you can bring Joe. That's right, the latest version is the best one, but it will work if you have Sparkling Ice Inherited. Just bring her in the Magia Fight formation or Godspeed Stance EX, but you require a dedicated weapon in order for this to work, since she hits with 2 different elements. Okay, let's see how much damage we get with Joe. First hit, 230,000. Well, these enemies have around 300,000, so that's more than enough. just super ultra slow. But we have been using Jo for this type of events for quite a lot of time now. It's good to keep her status up if you like the character, and I do believe she still has some utility, especially on the upcoming Remembrance battle. Now, the last character I'll be showcasing is Bertrand. He also needs his dedicated weapon, Fusion Edge, because he attacks with 2 elements. He starts with Tenebris Glaces and then Flamanix, so water and fire. And he has enough power and BP generation to use it 2 times in a row. Just use Godspeed stance. Well, I don't know if Bertrand is slower than Jo, but 2 hits, just use the character that you want. It will just work. He will never kill with the first hit, he needs the second. Overall, 400,000 damage, more than enough. Well, this enemy is also weak to all elements. Same thing again. Probably 400,000. Well, he can actually sometimes chase with his weak attack, but he still kills the enemy. So, guys, I think that's it. I hope this can help you with your grind. Before you do this, finish Conquest so that we can get free gens, but this is also a very good time to keep all your characters trained for the future Remembrance that will come in more than 1 week. So, thanks for watching, please subscribe if you haven't, and if you use a different strategist, share here on the comment section. Hope to see you soon in the next video or live stream. Bye!